Hello, my name is Carla Garcia and today I'm going to be doing my ceremonial speech on David Bowie. It's been over 5 months since the death of David Bowie. Over this time, many people have paid him tribute, but today I'm going to pay him a little bit more tribute. I've researched his life, his accomplishments, all the praise he received, and I've read interviews. Therefore, I believe I'm credible enough to give this speech. It doesn't matter how many times someone paid him tribute, the more the better. This is how it's shown how important he was and how his absence is felt. First of all, he was an innovative musician, a singer-songwriter, a fashion icon, an actor, a glam rock star, an original voice, a hero, a role model, and someone many people looked up to find and to become themselves. He inspired many with his completely unique and peculiar style. Fans all over the world identified him as the reason why they kept going at some times and why they embraced who they really were, no matter how different. Artists all over the world felt the loss and sent a message of condolences, tribute, and admiration to the lost star. Artists like Kanye West tweeted, "David Bowie was one of my most important inspirations, so fearless, so creative. He gave us a magic for a lifetime." According to Rolling Stone magazine, artists like Cher, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, Iggy Pop, or Elton John also expressed his condolences and his sadness for the loss. Like a lighthouse, he led the way for millions of people. All the tribute he received, it's because of something. He deserved it. Over the span of 50 years, he reinvented himself. He managed to change and create new personas over decades and decades. This is why so many people have discovered him and identified with him. Because as Sliss said in his blog, that's the beauty of Bowie. When and whatever you discover him, that's the perfect time. He has so many different paces with a new persona every time. First of all, he started as a normal guy, singer-songwriter, who performed songs, and then Space Oddity came, which was his first commercial single. Then he became Ziggy Stardust, still a definite persona for many fans, and he created a new image, a new background, a new story. Then Aladdin Sane came, which is the most recognizable one because of the bolt across the face. Then came the Thin White Duke, which was a period of his time full of cocaine, and he said that the music he did during this time, he doesn't really recognize it as his own. After this turbulent period of drugs in LA, he relocated to Berlin. This period of time is known as the man who fell to earth. After this, during the 80s, during the new romantic era, he created Pierrot, who was very theatrical, like Ziggy Stardust, and inspired the glam rock movement. Then came Charles the Goblin King. Then he was just a normal dude in a normal band. Then he was the outsider, which was a period characterized by largely creative renaissance. And then came the Meta Bowie, which for some people is one of his best periods. And then Black Star, which was his last album he released the day of his birthday, 2 days before he passed away. His songs and his stagecraft brought a new dimension into the 1970s. He was a creator of glam rock and he pioneered punk rock. He was named the most influential artist of all times and the most important one since the Beatles. As Wikipedia said, one of the supreme careers in popular music, art, and culture of the 20th century. He has been nominated and won many awards like the Saturn Awards, the Brit Awards, or the Grammy Awards. 5 of his albums are listed in the Rolling Stone list of the 500 greatest albums of all times. His chameleonic nature inspired fans all over the world and reminded them that change wasn't bad and that it was inevitable. His encouragement to fans and his fight for tolerance were huge. His legacy does not only lie in the music world. He touched so many people's lives and hearts and strived to make so much in society. He is a true hero. He is a true legend. Fans all over the world, the day he passed away, brought flowers to his apartment in New York City, and one spray painted a picture of him in LA. They gave out their respects to the British Embassy where he was from, or through social media with heartfelt messages. You can see some fans tribute here. In conclusion, David Bowie was what we call a legend. He will not be forgotten, and it is tributes like this that help him be kept alive. He was creative, innovative, odd, real, authentic. He influenced more music genres than anyone else, and he supported his fans and encouraged them to be whoever they wanted to be. He reminded us all that change is an intrinsic part of life and that we should not fear it. He received praise from everyone and from everywhere. So heroes get remembered, but legends never do.
Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. ground control to Major Tom's.